the only Leeds Bros show.
Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Only Leeds Bros. This is the match reaction. I don't know why I sound so happy. I shouldn't be, should I? Dillo, Leeds United absolutely crashed out of the FA Cup yesterday at the hands to Millwall with a 2-0 loss. Very underwhelming performance from, let's be honest, a decent squad, a decent team that was out there. What went wrong?
Just don't do well, lads, when it comes to cup runs. Simple. No, I'm only messing. No, look, yeah, it was very flat, very, from what I seen anyway. I went back and watched a few bits because I was in work. Just seemed a bit lifeless there at times. And there was one thing that you said in the watch along, or anyone that in the that's watching this, you know, what's really disappointed is the players that were given the opportunity didn't take it. That's what really hurts. Not that hurts more than getting knocked out, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, if you had played well to a certain degree, you kind of put your hand around people's back and say, you know, fair play, you done the right thing today, or you won, or you played well. But considering just overall it was a very flat, lifeless sort of game. But from my perspective, in my opinion, I'm not really too worried. Didn't really care about the cup run as such. I think we can solely concentrate on the league now. That's all I really wanted. Now, don't get me wrong. Look, lads, dreams and reality. Let's bring it back for a minute, alright? The way I look at it as well, you know, you kind of got me hopes up. We had won that game, and now all of a sudden the draw is in the hat. We get scum. Or, you know, it's buzzing. Obviously buzzing. And
Big Premier League game, yeah.
Probably try and get tickets for it. And it'd be a great day out. But then at the same time, you're kind of solely counting your chickens on fact to really go out with a full 11, you know, against, say, Scum it is. Then you're taking the chance of injuries, injuries, or just jaded players that are overrun. For example, Brandon Aronson, which, by the way, I'm delighted he got a rest yesterday. Yeah. I think we can all give an applause to the fact that Brandon Aronson did get a rest yesterday. But yeah, look, I'm not too worried about it, Darren. I think based on this video now, I think we should just solely kind of go by each individual performance, what went wrong, etc. But I don't think the two should be beating ourselves up about it, and I don't think anyone in the chat should be either. Because we're going to win the league, let's be honest. You know?
Yeah, look, I think, like, obviously doing the watch along yesterday, Dylan, look, I felt a little bit flat kind of coming off it, but flat in a way that, like, obviously you never want to see Leeds United lose football matches. Like, not that we went out of the cup, but it was more so, like what you said, just disappointed in the players that were given an opportunity there yesterday to kind of grab the short, to kind of stake their claim in this team, you know, and try and work their way in. They didn't do it, Dylan. Especially, look, I was so disappointed in Willie Nonto, and it wasn't for the want of trying. It's just he lacked quality the whole game. Ramazani as well was completely anonymous the whole game, and then Matteo Joseph, Dylan, was just, I don't know what he was at yesterday, just really, really poor showing from him yesterday. And over the last couple of months, all Leeds fans, including me and you, we've always turned around and said, you know, oh, why can't we start Smith? Why isn't Smith in the team? You know, or maybe start Darlow ahead of Meslier, or Joseph should be up front instead of Pirro. I think yesterday probably proved that Daniel Farke is completely right. Because for me yesterday, Smith wasn't up to much. You can see why he's out of the squad. The first goal I can't blame Darlow with, but the second goal I think he should be doing a bit better. Even with the deflection, he wasn't very convincing for that. You can see why Gilavogi's only getting, you know, 3 or 4 minutes at the end of every game, because yeah, he's big and he's kind of hard to get around, but you know, technically wise, it didn't do enough at all for me yesterday. Again, the two wingers. I think the only shining light, Dylan, that we take out of yesterday's game is Sam Chambers. That's like the only one.
Yeah,
He's only just a light for the young lad, like 17 years of age, you know, and playing with kind of no fear. 2 opportunities to score. I'm so disappointed that he didn't, because I would have loved him to get a goal. But it's one of them, Dylan. It's one of them. But like what I said, it's disappointing going out to them, like them lot. And obviously, what we do have to touch on with Millwall doing the tragedy chanting, you know, about Chris and Kev, like, I just think is absolutely disgusting, and it actually annoyed me when it came off the stream and I went on X and I seen it, and I was just like, it's just pure low lives, just absolute low lives. And I know back in the past, you know, we've done it as well, you know, for Munich and stuff like that. shit like that is in the past. Like, leave it there. Like, do you know what I mean? There's no need for it. Like, there's families and all involved in this as well. That it's just, and I hope Millwall do get repercussions for it. I really, really do, because it's just absolutely horrendous. Like, just for me, just the scum of the earth. Like, they shouldn't be chanting stuff like that. But yeah, just going back to the game itself, Dylan. I just think it just felt wrong the whole game. It just never felt like we were going to score, and then we get the opportunity with the penalty. And let's be honest, Dylan, for me, it was a soft one. It was a soft penalty to get. Happy that we got it, and you're given an opportunity then to get yourselves back into the game. Not a bad penalty from Pascal Struijk, but their keeper was just, I thought he was good. For me, I thought he was probably the player of the match. He was solid for them.
Just bringing back Darren to Chris and Kev, I have to just be completely honest. I know this is live, and I know people, are very upset over it. I'm very, very upset over this one, and I'm also very, disappointed in what you could call humans to lower the standards for a football match to two individuals that lost their lives.
Disgusting.
I think it's outrageous and just inhuman, to be honest with you. It's an absolute disgusting.
There's families involved in this. Like,
for the hurt and the tragedy that, as you said, the families went through, and then obviously us as fans, Leeds United as a whole, for what was then a great night, and for Millwall fans to say something so horrific is absolutely appalling, pure appalling. And if Millwall, the club, the board, etc., have any sort of human decency of what's left, if their fans are anyway human, they need to step up and apologise publicly to Leeds United and
they have come out and said that they will work with Leeds United and police as well to find the suspects involved, and I hope they do. Look, and then you see some horrific takes down online then as well, turning around saying, crying Leeds fans and stuff like that. It's like, come on, man, read the room, will you? Like, have a little bit of decency and a little bit of respect in you. Yeah, just disgraceful. Anyway, we'll get into a couple of the comments anyway. Darren Daly, big up Darren, thanks for popping in, buddy. Cup, we always have a bad run. We do a bad run. We really, really do, buddy. The Cups just haven't been for Leeds United, and they never have been. Michael is in the building. We had 11 on the pitch that never played together before, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. And that's it, Michael. What do we have? 10 changes. The only one there was Ethan Ampadu. It was the only start from the previous game as well. So I suppose it is, but are you a little bit, Michael, for yourself, a little bit kind of disappointed in the players that were given the opportunity yesterday to kind of stake their claim and, try and push for that shot to try and get back into the team? That was probably, for me, the biggest one. Arthur says, Darren, have this trophy. Yoo-hoo. Thanks, Arthur. Cheers, pal. Amy Clark says, evening. And Dr. Cox is in the building. Millwall should have been kicked out of the Football League. Yeah, they should have been years ago. Absolute foil. Paul Brennan says, hello. Hello, folks. Yesterday, 10 changes didn't work. Just shows the second string team only come on the bench. Young Chambers played well. Isaac was okay. And that's it. Yeah, that's it, Dylan. We've obviously touched on it and said that there's a reason, obviously, Fire keeps, playing the same team. Sticking with Aronson, sticking with Solomon, sticking with James. It showed in the pudding yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah, well, that's why he's the man for the job at the end of the day. I think for me, though, as I said, Darren, it's always that kind of in the back of the mind, considering last year, because I said it repeatedly, I just wanted the bench to be utilised a bit more. And then, that's why he hasn't been used more. But, Schmidt, very disappointing yesterday for me. I don't know. Didn't look to his usual self.
I think, look, I agree with Paul Brennan there, what he said. Look, I think he was okay, Dylan. Like, just okay, and for me, like, that's not really good enough. Do you know what I mean? For someone that hasn't been in the squad, hasn't got game time, like, you should be going out there with a little bit between your teeth, want to kind of prove your worth a little bit and get back into the squad, because he hasn't been in the last 2 match day squads. Linked up well at times with young Sam Chambers, but other than that, like, didn't really do much, and it's just disappointing, because obviously when he came in, we thought there was a player, in there. He's clearly not doing it in training, and you have to trust Fark, Dylan, don't you, to make the right judgments on these players.
Yeah, I do anyway. I'm starting to anyway. Like, even after the Melee situation, to be fair, he pulled off some great saves today.
Yeah.
And then it obviously shows that's why Darlow look quick into the goals, but I think he was very poor yesterday, if I'm being honest, lads. He was very poor. I don't know about you.
Arthur says here, Liverpool made 10 changes, lost to Plymouth. Yeah, seeing that today. Plymouth bet Liverpool 1-0, and they had
Leeds and Liverpool. Leeds are top. Liverpool get knocked out. Leeds get knocked out. I don't know what it is. Is it Liverpool want to be us, is it? Or do we want to be Liverpool?
Yeah, I know. Millwall shouldn't be allowed to bring fans. Yeah, well, that's what I was actually only thinking myself today, Dr. Cox, that
Yeah, I like that idea.
the game in the league, yeah, 100%. Just, yeah, as a way out, yeah, just pack it out with Leeds fans, yeah.
So the bad thing is, though, can I just, sorry, before we move on,
Yeah, of course.
I'm not going back into detail, but if that was us, could you imagine the repercussions?
Oh, yeah.
If it was us. And I'm not
Yeah.
taking the Leeds hat off here for a second.
Mm.
You know, points deductions, you never know, like. Something mad would have came out of it.
Yeah. Paul Brennan says here, Ethan Ampadu was his worst display in a Leeds shirt. He is the captain to organise the team. He didn't, and I was at the match. It wasn't good. He leads from the front. He didn't. And that's it, Dylan. You wanted to touch on Ampadu, so take it away.
Look, lads, the last game he done better than what he done. Sorry, my head's all over the place. What was the last game before this one?
Before the cup game?
Yeah.
Was the 2-0 against
2-0.
Coventry.
Right, so
midweek 2-0 against
so
Coventry.
he done good against obviously Cardiff, the one that we were at. And then it was one of the games he done, I can't remember. And I felt like him as a captain, he should be leading example, and I thought he was very sloppy. His passing and his build. Burnley down, that was the one. Now I'm with it, sorry. So Burnley, he was very slow building up the play, very laxy-daisy. His passing was jaded. People were saying, oh, give him a chance, give him a chance, give him a chance. He's done well against Cardiff and he's done well against Coventry, sorry. So that's all good, all well and good, but it just, there's signs of him that he keeps playing this kind of laxy-daisy, not motivated as such. And I'm starting to realise, I'm going to throw a wild statement here, lads. Is it because he knows Farke is going to pick him week in, week out?
Yeah, I don't know, Dylan, like, if it's that so much, like, yeah, probably we know Farke absolutely loves him, but I think the frustrating thing for me about Ampadu is at times, like, he nearly brings the ball right down to walking pace. And that's when I feel that this Leeds team just aren't effective. It's grand, you know what I mean, like that, if you're trying to, protect the lead and stuff like that. But there's times when we're chasing the game and, and he's walking out with the ball from the back, very kind of laboured, and exactly like, and I agree completely what Paul says there. There's times you want the ball to be moved quick and he should be leading from the front, he should be kind of up and at it. Like, and
yes.
We look back to someone like Liam Cooper, who, again, wasn't the best technical footballer, but you'd always seen him talking, telling him to move it, build the ball quick, he'd be pointing here and pointing there. Ampadu does do that, but he should be kind of leading from the front, telling the boys to pick it up, telling them to move it a bit quicker. So, I was disappointed, and I do agree with Paul, I was disappointed in Ampadu's performance yesterday as well. I don't think he was at it whatsoever. You can see Pascal's strike as well. Look at Bar take the penalty situation now, but you can see from him as well that there's definitely still a little bit of rust in there, so I think it still might be a couple of games before we see him coming back in. Will he risk him against Watford midweek? I don't think so. I don't think he will, because we obviously know there's big games coming up now against Sunderland and then Sheffield United after that. The massive Dylan, them two back-to-back are really, really big games. So, look, it's not the be-all and end-all of it. Like, we're never going to go win the FA Cup. Like, it's one of them. Like what Arthur says here. And
I thought we were going to do it.
It's the nail on the head. Like, that's football. Yeah, like it is, and it is like just losing to them. Like if you're getting bet to one of the bigger sides, you kind of just go, you kind of expect it. But my kind of thought, and I brought it up in the watch along yesterday, Jamie Edwards did pop in as well, and we were kind of having a chat, and I was like, will this be one of them situations where it might linger in the players' heads that obviously being bet down there at Millwall, they really, total kind of anti-football, they done us down there 1-0 where we were just not at it, just didn't show up that day, and then they beat us there again yesterday, so they've beaten us twice, and obviously they come to Ellen Road now in a couple of weeks' time in a big game in the league. Let's be real, every game that we play from now to the end of the season are going to be big games. I just hope we wallop them. I really do. We owe them. We owe them on big time.
I'm solely basing this one on, though, can we bounce back from this?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at now, lads, considering we won 7-0 against Cardiff.
Yeah. I think we can. I think we can. After with 10 changes, like, do you know what I mean? For that team, with 10 changes come back in, probably to be expected it was going to be slow, but the performance was low. But I definitely think we can bounce back, 100%.
Look, anyway, just real quick back to Ethan Ampadu, I've said it. I just feel like, as you said, he lead an example. From my football club, my captain should be setting an example to every individual player on the pitch, including Joshua Gilavogi. And obviously we're going to touch on him as well, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it comes from Farke. But I just feel like at times he doesn't necessarily put the performance on. Week in, week out, he should be. And just, laxy-daisy, as you said. Building up slow from the back. Sloppy passing. That first goal, Darren, do you feel he should have done a little bit better? Overall, I know you could say everyone.
Well, probably
Darlow,
the first goal,
to be
Dylan,
fair,
I think... No, I don't think Darlow can do anything
No,
about
that's
it.
what I'm saying. I don't think Darlow
Yeah, I
can.
don't think Darlow can do it about it. It's a wicked deflection off Gillivogue.
Yeah.
It's completely wrong for Darlow. Like, I don't think any goalkeeper in the world is saving that. Darlow's already gone down to his right hand side where he was shooting it. It's a wicked deflection. I'll probably look a little bit further back than that when Nanto had three of them around him and he tried to just clip one over the top to Smith. I think probably there in a situation like that, it's probably just get it down the line. You know, just clip it down the line. There's three of them around you. You're in your own half. It's a dangerous position to lose the ball. So he gives the ball to Smith, and then Smith for some reason he steps over the ball and then tries to backheel, just trying to be too smart again in a dangerous situation. And then you look and then there's both Smith and Nanto on the floor, and then Millwall are breaking it. So it kind of go back to that where, you know, the ball was lost. That's where the transition happened, and that's where Millwall broke on us. And your man was a terror all day for them, Dylan. He could have had a hat-trick because the one as well, but he cut inside and absolutely lettered it off the crossbar. He was so unlucky down. And then the follow-up as well was headed wide as well. So we were very unlucky not to be down 2-0 in quick succession. So it could have been worse, Dylan. It really could have been worse yesterday. But then it's like that, and you get the opportunity then with the penalty, and we just don't take it. Wayne Dawson says, may have been 10 changes, but let's not forget, that's a lot of the Leeds players in the Millwall game. That's a lot of the Leeds players in the Millwall game playing the first on a regular basis. And that's it, Dylan. And we've obviously been constantly saying through the season that, you know, this team is stacked, like the talent coming off this bench, like that Leeds United bench will get into most championship sides. But the way they played yesterday, they just didn't perform, did they?
No, not one bit, Darren. I'm very disappointed. Look, as I said, I didn't watch it live. You did. And then obviously the videos that I did find on the internet as such, and what I found, just what I found, I watched it. And I wasn't very pleased, but everything that I was listening to on the watch along with you when I was in work, I was very like, is this for real? Like, it was very laxy daisy. It was very, the way, you know, it just took time for me to kind of get into it.
Especially at Ellen Road as well, Dylan. Like, being the home
only
team,
time,
like,
the only time I was happy, like, the guy that I work with, Tony, shout out to Tony as well, by the way. I was sitting, when I was standing, I was sweeping up stuff, etc., blah, blah. And you roared in my ear. It was a penalty for Leeds. That none of those had been taken down.
Sorry about that.
So I jumped up like a lunatic, you know, and to be honest with you, everyone that was walking by, pedestrians were walking by, you know, it was actually quite, I'd say it was funny, to be fair, if you had got it on camera, but I'm just staring into complete another blank space.
Yeah.
You know, waiting for you to let a roar in my ear, and then all of a sudden, then you're cursing and roaring like a lunatic.
Sorry about that.
Strikes at the missing it. So, you know, I thought at that stage, as well, because I predicted 3-2, said this is it, game on, but look, it comes and goes, lads. The only thing
Callum
is,
here as well. Do go check out Callum at LUFC Passion as well. Does has his own YouTube channel, lads. Go check Callum out. Does say holding on to the ball too long, and that's it. Look, I agree with what everyone is saying in the chat at the minute, Wayne. Don't mind losing, but the performance was really poor. That's it, Wayne. I think that's the one, Dylan, isn't it? It's like, I think if it's in the league, you don't mind losing, Wayne, isn't it? It's just in the cup, you don't mind losing. You need the performance to go with it, don't you? None of them players that have come in haven't warranted to start the games. Didn't take their opportunity when given to them. It's the nail on the head, isn't it, Dylan? That's what you expect them, especially the likes of Ramazani. I was expecting unbelievable things from him yesterday because what we've seen from him, you know, the little cameos coming on. I expected so much more from yesterday.
I'm loving that. I wasn't going to bring it up, lads, but Darren, thanks very much for bringing this up. Remember when we were kind of a few months ago, we were bringing up the situation about Nanto. When is Nanto going to start performing? You know, and then we could say he was getting greedy at times. Didn't seem like he wanted to be here.
Yeah,
etc. All this, to a certain degree, nonsense talk. You know, all of us, well, me especially, looking into it a bit too much. I'm starting to kind of get that vibe now from Ramazani. I don't know anyone else. And it's not like he's not performing. He's trying, is what I'm trying to say to you.
I disagree a little bit, Dylan, with Ramazani because I argue that he was probably one of our best players before he got the injury, the ankle injury early on.
Being a bit too harsh.
Comes back and he was obviously a little bit rusty, which is what you expect. You know, we've seen it with our players coming back in and naturally are going to be rusty. Then we seen him then coming on, scoring the brilliant goal then against Sheffield Wednesday. He was very good. He was good when he came on against Norwich as well. He was very unlucky as well. So he was kind of getting really excited because we're kind of like, we're coming to the tail end of the season. He's going to start hitting form. Nanto was after getting the goal against Cardiff as well, and I was like, this is all coming together at the minute. And I know it's only one game, but it's just bringing it back to it. We just expected more out of him. Yes, I expected him just to have that little bit of grip between his feet. Even if we still went and lost the games, I was still expecting a good performance from, your Nantos, your Joseph, your Ramazanis for Fark coming out the pitch and going, Jesus, I've got a headache now. Probably not going to start him in the next game, but I know that they're chomping at the bit to get into this team and warrant the start. Let's go back to the comments there. We had Arthur here says Wayne, Darlow, Chambers, Smith, Joseph plays 5 minutes in the middle. Don't play much. Yeah, they don't play much at all. Ampadilla's my favourite Leeds player, lads. I don't like saying that about Ampadilla, but he needs calling out for the bad display. That's it. That's it, Paul. That's exactly what we're here for. It's exactly what we're here for to obviously chat about.
But Dan, all jokes aside, I'm not trying to be big at it. That was the first thing I said to you when I came out and work. What was the story with Ampadilla?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me being I'm the kind of type of person passionate about football and obviously Leeds United. And you were the same, Darren, as well. Like, to be fair, I'm just going to throw this out here, lads. Anyone that doesn't know, when me and Darren did play football together, if I was underperforming, Darren would be kicking me up the hole and roaring at me.
Calling you,
Maybe that's just me from a different perspective. I like, not a pat on the back, but, because you were captain there to a certain degree, you wanted that kind of flair in your captain, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you know, and I'm not seeing that.
Like, even when your captain's not at it, like, he still has to be rallying the troops, doesn't he? Just because he's having a bad day, it doesn't mean
exactly.
That you still have a job to do. Look, and we all have bad days and work and stuff like that, but you still have to do the job to the best of your ability on the day. And
exactly.
help other people around you.
You sound like Roy Keane, but I love it. That but you understand. I think we can all understand. You can all understand. What does he say? What does he usually say? Yeah.
That's his job.
No, that's his job. Yeah,
that's his job. Wayne says, let's hope it will do us a favour in the league. And I think it will, Wayne. I really do. And that's probably the silver lining of all this, apart from young Sam Chambers. I think it really will, Wayne, because there's no other focus now, is there? Like, we have solely concentrating on the league. We've one target. The only kind of not issue that I'll have, the only kind of downside to it is going out of the cup is then you do have these fringe players on the bench then that probably you're not going to get much minutes. When I look at Isaac Smith, I was kind of thinking yesterday, will we even see him in a league short for the rest of the season? Probably very unlikely. So you look at it that way then as well. There's a lot of these players that that's their opportunity, because they're not getting into their first team in the league, that when they are playing in cup games that they're getting their chance, and now that was kind of the last chance alone, to really kind of break into it. So you do look at the likes of young Sam Chambers, probably doesn't play for the first team again this season. Your Isaac Smith, Gilavogi's definitely won't be getting that much game time again. And then it's all down to Nanto, Ramazani and Joseph, to kind of force the book as well, like to see if they can get back into the team. So yeah, I agree with you totally, Wayne, 100%, mate. Like,
I have to agree with Wayne.
I think it will do us a favour.
Another thing, just before, when I was on the way home in the van, my dad rang me. Not much of a Leeds fan, but he likes to watch them every now and again. And he honestly said, "What is that shite on the telly?" Excuse me language, but it's the truth. And I was like, look, it is, it's only the league. But, we did say something that kind of opened my eyes. All them Leeds fans that did go there have to watch that sort of performance. It's not good for your club to go out that way. Look, it's only 2-0. We didn't lose 7-0. Like poor old Cardiff. But look, it's, look, I'm happy to solely concentrate on the league. But obviously for certain individuals and certain fans, you always want to see your team do well. They just didn't. They simply didn't.
Easy is here. Hope you're keeping well, Easy. Pal, haven't chatted to you in a while. Hi, lads. I, for one, am relieved that we're out of the cup. Can you tell me why we would be better off risking players getting injured for nothing? And that's it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, there's obviously less chance now of players getting injured, and that's why I think both of us were happy yesterday when we talked about it in the build-up, about not risking the likes of Brendan Aronson yesterday, because there's just no need for it going out in a cup game like that, getting injured, and, you leave yourself snookered then in the league then, don't you? Paul Brennan says, for me, lads, he wears the most famous Leeds United shirt, the number 4, after legendary Billy Bremner. Wouldn't have been happy about the team display yesterday, especially with Ampadu being the captain. Exactly. I agree with you again, Paul, 100%. Danny Talksport is in the building. Hope you're keeping well. Danny, how did you get on at the game yesterday, Paul?
Is that a new That's an all new.
It's a new logo Danny has. Danny is back doing a little bit of
Danny
content.
is moving up in the world. I love it. Glad to have you back, Danny boy. Glad to have you back, pal.
Good to see you back, Danny. We do have Jam in the building as well. Evening, lads. It's evident to see that how much we miss Bogle and James. Yeah, when they aren't in the team, for me, never like losing, but we will be fine. Exactly, and you can see it. You can see it, and it makes you, I think, for me, appreciate the likes of your Bogle, your James, your Solomons, even your Firpo, who was a little bit off for me, a little bit off for me against Coventry as well. But like, he's definitely coming back again. He's been out of the side as well. But it makes you appreciate these players a lot more, doesn't it? When you see kind of the players that are back, like trying to force their hand in the squad. Easy said here, even though I'm not Ampadu's biggest fan, I don't blame him for taking things easy. We need to focus on the prize. Yeah, agree. With that. I know it sounds daft, but we missed Aarons's press yesterday. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, Danny.
I never thought I'd say that. I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely missed we missed an Aronson toy player, so I'm happy he didn't play yesterday, but we definitely missed an Aronson toy player. Just shows why James and Solomon start the league game every week, especially when Otto comes off the bench for Dan James. Exactly, yeah. It just shows why James and Solomon start week in, week out, because they're definitely overperforming, unbelievable. Watford got a good draw at Sunderland. Yeah, that was a good one, Arthur. And Sheffield United as well got the 2-1 win as well. I was sure Portsmouth were going to get something, especially when it was 1-1. I thought they would hang on, but it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, that is the link for Callum Passion for Leeds. Do go give him a subscribe, guys. We did. Danny Talksport. Brendan was a miss. 100% agree with that, buddy. Going now, James. Fill them on. Enjoy
Which one?
Class, enjoy that. Stephen is in the building. How are you doing, Stephen? Hope you're keeping well. Hope your young lad is keeping well as well. FA Cup meaningless. If we beat Sunderland, that's them out of the automatic promotion race. If we beat Sheffield United, promotion is ours. I fully believe that, and we're good enough to be both. And we are, Stephen. That's
the comment. That is literally the comment to this video, isn't it? He's had the starting a fire in my belly now. I love that, Steve. That's really had to give me some sort of life, you could say, and confidence now going into this now, the next few games.
Yeah, and I agree with that as well. Like they're massive, and it's a tough one back to back, isn't it? Like Sunderland at home, and then going to Bramble Lane as well. Like that's where the players really, have to earn their worth. That's gonna be tough games, but. To watch your sport football. Joe B is in the building. Hope you're keeping well, Joe B. They played like players that mixed up here, that didn't have any chemistry with one another. It was, for me, at the end of the day, replace all the cogs in the machine, and it won't. It will take time to click. And that's it, Dylan. 10 changes again. Joe B, I made a mess of reading that out. But basically, it is. It's the chemistry in the team, because, you can train together, but it doesn't go anywhere near like playing a 90-minute match together, doesn't it? You need you need that fluidity, and we've even seen it with the starting 11, how long it's taken for them to actually click and get a bit of chemistry. It's only now that it's kind of starting to come together, isn't it? We've seen,
this is what fire does, though.
3-4 months of the season, like it takes time for it to click. So I agree with Joe B there. Like it's exactly that it was never going to be fluid. It was never going to be unbelievable, scintillating football players that didn't play together. But I just thought more so individually, Joe, is what I'm kind of disappointed in, not kind of team wise. If that
I think sense. Sorry, just going like with the chemistry and all, 110% agree. But I think now we need to. This is where the next few games we need to kind of get it out, even 6th gear now. Just go completely at it, 110% with every team that comes up against us. Because lads, we can't afford, like last season. What was it? One game that really annoyed me last season was Huddersfield, remember? Away. Me and you were away for it, you remember?
Yeah.
That really annoyed me, that one. Obviously Blackburn as well. So we just really need to focus on our own game and keep going.
Yeah. Danny says, for me, Nanto was all about himself at the minute, trying too hard to do it all himself and greedy at times. Danny, you've said that a lot, buddy, haven't you? In all of our videos, you've said it a good bit about Nanto as well. He feels like he's for himself at times, and yesterday I thought he was as well. He was just he was trying to like that. I think he tried, what was it, 2 bicycle kicks. One was a scissors kick and one was an overhead kick and stuff like that. Yeah, and there's times that he's definitely not playing for the players. Easy says, why are you blaming the players? Fark made 10 changes. What message does that send out to the players? I think you have to blame the players, Easy. I know Fark made the 10 changes. We did hear him say in his press conference that there would be a lot of changes to the team due to the busy schedule and the quick turnaround that we've seen. So, but I think the players do not blame the players, but the players have to take responsibility, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that go out and play to stake their claim to get back into the team. So it's not blaming them, but it's basically just being disappointed in them that they didn't show more to force their way back into the
Worse,
team.
isn't it? It's always worse when you say, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Isn't it?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wayne says here, I did say a lot of the players. I didn't say all of the players. Besides, I never moan about Leeds United games or players. If anything, I'm the opposite. Sure, you got me mixed up. Yeah, I don't think you would, Wayne. You would moan too much. Carl says it worked out perfect for us now to go on and win the league. The likes of Nanto, Joseph, Ramazani will have more to prove now when they get the chances in the last 15 minutes. Yeah, that's it, Carl, because that's where they're going to have to do it now, buddy, isn't it? When they're coming off the bench still, and that they have to make that impact now in a shorter space of time to get back in.
It's that greed and hunger and desire there. That's what we need coming off the bench. Something to drum up and banging, lads. Hey, we got back through all the videos. I've been saying it week in, week out. We have to utilise this bench. Now, don't get me wrong, lads. It's still stacked on a normal day, weekend sort of stuff. Saturday or Sunday, and you could say, look, James and Solomon are going to start. But when you see Solomon and Nanto coming on, that's scary. That's very scary.
Yeah.
You know, like it's good. Like, so just the lads need to certainly make that impact. Fark kind of needs to give them something to fight over, and I don't mean physically. I just mean, you know, I want to be in this team, and I really want to. You know, it's going to be a history maker, lads. We finished first. Like, don't forget, like, it's 16 years that we were out of the Premier League.
Time, yeah.
We all couldn't enjoy it as fans because we weren't there. This could be that season. Everyone has to understand that.
Will be that.
No, it is. Yeah, it will be.
Easy says here, Nando is one of the reasons that our squad is so strong. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Easy. And there's no denying that there's a talented player in there, 100%. But for me, just not consistent. Just not consistent enough for me. And that's the proof is in the pudding, is the reason why he's not starting ahead of Ramazani and James for me.
I'm actually very disappointed with Nando, lads.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't really diss the fact of how well Solomon and James have been playing. So, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, Nando has been very poor and that's the reason why he's been out of the team. It's not just that. It's also the fact that Solomon and James have just been simply better. Simple.
Yeah, agree. Dr. Cox says it shows that you need to perform regardless of what game it is. You can't perform, then you don't play. That's it. Yeah, that's it for me. If you don't perform, you don't play. So I agree with that. I hope young Sam Chambers gets a chance on the bench around the first team, but seems unlikely along with Isaac. It does, buddy, it does. Yeah. But there's definitely a player in there. He's definitely a prospect. Dylan, again, like another one coming through the Leeds Academy. Show glimpses. Yes, he's very young, 17 years of age. Like it, but there definitely looks like a player in there. So I'm looking forward to seeing his development over the next couple of years at Leeds. I hope Gilavogi isn't on the bench on Tuesday. Let's talk about Gilavogi, Dylan. We've like loved him, and again, I don't like distinguish like his role in the dressing room to them players, because you can see that a lot of them do kind of look up to him. We remember Nanto scoring the goal, how he kind of pulled the team meeting before Swansea when we bet Swansea 4-3 that time. He definitely seems like a leader in the dressing room 100%. But yesterday probably proved why, Dylan. He was a free transfer, you know, and one that we kind of just got in on loan, because he's kind of way off, isn't he? I know it's harsh to say.
Yeah, I think he's realised how hard hitting and crucial and fitness wise this championship really is. You know, Gilavogi, and I do feel to a certain degree sorry for him. He's just, lads, he's good to have around the dressing room.
Yeah, he is.
That's it. Like, it's, you know, every time Nanto
you can see the
comes
football is starting to leave him, can't you? Unfortunately,
every time Nanto, you know, scores a goal or assists, it's the first person he's running.
Straight over to him, yeah. So
it's like his big brother, you know. So if it means Nanto to score a goal or play well, I'm all for it. But yeah, look, I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it? It is tough.
It is tough, 100%. It is tough. Easy says here, Nanto scored against Swansea and Cardiff amongst other goals. He's a good player. they can't make all the first 11. Yeah, exactly. That's it, easy. But that's what I'm saying. There is a player there, and we've obviously seen it this season. We've seen glimpses. He can't score goals. We've seen his goal against Cardiff was brilliant. The running off his left foot into the bottom corner. But I just think James has been more consistent and Easy been more consistent. I'm sure you probably agree with that as well, and that's the reason why he isn't getting into this team. So yeah, that's I think. Yeah, he just needs to be shown a little bit more if he does kind of want to force Fark's hand a little bit more. Danny Talk Sports says, the game for me was boring. Gilavogi should have been sent off. I do want to talk about that. Ampadu couldn't be arse for me. For me, two best players were on the right side. Let's talk about the Gilavogi one, Dylan, because you obviously seen it in real time. And the first, like, I thought straight away, like, straight red card. You look back at it again and obviously slows it down. You see the replay. He's a lucky boy, Dylan. He's a lucky boy, isn't he?
Lucky man. To be honest with you, I think
it was a straight red for me.
It could have been a lot worse, as you said at the start of this video. I think if he had been sent off, it would have been a lot worse, and it would have went drastic turn, and Ellen Road would have came very hostile, very hostile, and in the circumstances of Millwall fans being a pure disgrace to humanity, it could have got a bit more nasty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think he's very lucky that the referee gave a yellow.
Yeah, me too, buddy. Let's see here. Paul says it wasn't good with Joshua. He's still positive in the dressing room and good around the young players. I think we'll come on 5 minutes to go. Dr. Cox, and that's it. That probably will be a Paul for the rest of the season. And them little cameos towards the end of the game when we need to short things up.
The game is
bring someone on with a bit of experience, isn't it? Like get him on, short things up. He's big. He's hard to kind of get around. There's no doing. He won a lot of headers yesterday. So for situations like that, there is still a part for him to play. Even though it might be small, there's definitely still a part for him to play in this for me, 100%. Will be a tricky match against Watford. Hopefully we can get the win, but gladly take a point to keep the momentum going in the league. Fingers crossed. I'd love a win, Paul. I'd love a win. I think.
Statement, isn't it?
What, take a draw? No, I think we need a win. I think going into two tough fixtures then after that, Dylan, Sunderland and Sheffield United, for me, I think we need a win, don't we? Just to keep the momentum going. Like, I know, obviously, look, it's the cup and we're out, but just to kind of bounce back from the lows, beat Watford. It's no easy place to go. Vicarage Road, we know how hard it can be over the years, Leeds going down there. But then when you're rolling on, you think of Sunderland then up next and then Sheffield United after that. I think it's 3 points, isn't it? I think Leeds, you always have to expect 3 points, and big-headed as it probably is.
I want 3 points, but I ain't feeling 3 points.
You're not, no?
No.
Well, yeah, I'm confident. I don't know why, but I'm confident. But just with the
I'd love to have that
players
confidence.
come back in.
I'm in the back of my head every few games. I'm getting this. I'm gonna call it the Dylan Spidey senses, and it just throws me off guard completely. But I get yeah, look, lads, we're gonna lose more games, aren't we, Darren?
Yeah. I don't think many more. This was the next comment about to read out from Danny. He said, for me, Sheffield United could be our fourth loss. Don't know why. Just got a feeling Hamface will want revenge. He will, Danny, and that's it. He will want revenge 100%. The only thing I will say about Fark is that...
Sorry, I only realised Hamface. Was it what? Oh, I love that. That's brilliant. Brilliant.
The only thing with Fark, like, I think usually, like, in our big games, we have kind of shown up apart from the playoff final. Yeah, it's one. I'm actually confident. I'm confident going to Bramble Lane. Like, I don't know why, but look, I am.
I'd be more confident. I would be. I'd be more confident going to Bramble Lane than up against Watford.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I think we can get the 3 points at Bramble Lane. No, denying it's going to be a tough game, but I think we'll beat them. We definitely have the better team to beat them 100%. Jonas says here, love the Leeds bros. Hello from Iceland. Hello, Jonas. Thanks very much for popping in, buddy, and love you too, brother. Thanks for supporting the channel.
That's deadly. I always want to go to Iceland.
Yeah, me too.
I'd love to go there. Do you know what, Darren? Bookmarket, that's what we're doing. Leeds go up, lads. Me and Darren are going to Iceland.
We're going celebrating Iceland with Jonas.
Yeah.
Sean Healy is in the building. Hope you're keeping well, pal. I haven't chatted to you in a bit. Hope you're all good.
We're all so it's good.
Agree, Danny. Agree, Danny. I've been called for a while saying Amps ain't Premier League quality. You can't give the ball away so easily like he does. And we have touched on that, Sean. We have said it. I think his defending and his reading of the game is brilliant. His tackling is very good. But yeah, there's times he just gives the ball away so easy. Danny says, Jonas, welcome. Yeah, welcome, buddy. Everybody, welcome on Only Leeds Bros. Joseph, what's up with him? Dylan, what is up with Matteo Joseph?
Young, too much responsibility on his shoulders. Certain fans, 20 plus goals? Sure, madness, lads. That's what's wrong with him. It's too much on him, too much on his shoulders. He's still finding his feet. He's really finding his feet, and at the end of the day, it's his first year of football. Serious football.
Years, isn't it, yeah.
You know, give him time. Give him time.
What,
Look, he's taking away to a certain degree.
He looks like now, Dylan, that he's not ready for full, kind of lay our hat on him as what we all thought at the start of the season. But like last season, you remember he obviously scored against Chelsea, the 2 goals down at Stamford Bridge, and Leeds fans were calling for him to start then. You can see why Fark probably didn't bring him into the squad last year, because it probably was well too early for him to come back in. But I still think there's a player in there, to be honest with you, Jonas. I think you can see his hold of play is decent, his running off the ball, he's strong. I think it will come. He's just a young lad, and again, it's just, as the career goes on, I definitely think there's a player in there, and hopefully it's at Leeds, and hopefully we can unlock it. He was giving them the opportunity to stake a claim, and they dropped the ball like mass drop clangers. They did, Sean, and that's it. Mass drop clangers. That's exactly it, though, Sean, isn't it? Like, they were given the opportunity yesterday to make the difference, and they didn't. For me, like what I said, I think the only one who did have the opportunity, or did grab the opportunity, was young Sam Chambers. The rest of them, for me, just didn't show up at all, did they?
Sean just has the words that Sean comes out with.
Yeah, he loves it, doesn't he? He loves it. For me, I was pleased Joshua stayed on. He got a wealth of experience. Obviously, yesterday didn't go according to plan, but I still think he's available for advice, just my opinion. Yeah, I think so as well. I think he's good around the dressing room. I think he'd probably be one of them that you could easily see him transition then onto the coaching staff. Then Dylan Cunningham to be part of Farkas coaching staff. 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Danny talk sport. Yeah, Nanto too greedy at times. He wants to be a glory player. I think that's what the kind of the feel you get from Nanto, Dylan, isn't it? That he's kind of off himself at times.
Comes across, yeah.
If Fark made 10 changes for the Sunderland game, would you blame the players if we lost?
Well, yeah, because it's Leeds United. No, I understand where I'll put this in a different perspective. I get where Easy's coming from. Right, but it's an FA Cup tie, and he wanted to give certain lads a run out who were simply not up to scratch, number one, haven't been playing enough football for the chemistry that what Joe B has stated.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of youngness in there as well. And then just, you could say too much confidence on certain motivation on players in that sort of scenario. But in the Sunderland game, if he didn't bring out a full 11, then I would blame Fark. But for an FA Cup tie like that, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I agree with you. Easy, DJ was never playing anyway. He had a slight knock. Yeah, I did hear that after, Danny. I just thought he was leaving him out and giving him a rest. And I think Rodon had a bit of a knock as well, didn't he, pal? So, geez, let's hope Rodon and James are all right for Tuesday, because the massive miss if the two of them are out. Wayne says here, only Leeds Bros. Sorry, I do apologise, but I can't say I've never seen Arthur's name before, and definitely not seen his profile pic before. So that's me left me scratching my head. Yeah, don't worry about it, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Nothing to be sorry for. I haven't a clue
nothing to be sorry here. Don't be
nothing to be sorry. Yeah.
Nothing to be sorry for, pal. Would love some young Sam Chambers to be on the bench, and Isaac both played well for me yesterday. Yeah, I just think it's stacked, Paul, isn't it? That bench, and I think it'd be kind of very rare to see young Chambers on the bench, and Smith has been out the last two squads as well, so it's going to be hard for the both of them to get back into the team. He's in a few streams, but blocked by many people. Oh, I didn't know that. When Gilavogi comes on as a substitute, he does really well, and he's a solid defensive midfielder, and that's it. Wayne, it's like that. He's big, he's awkward, he shores things up, doesn't he? So there's definitely a player in there. I wouldn't be sending him back. KK, thanks, bud. Arthur is a troll. That's why I blocked him. I didn't know any of this lads. Arthur's actually always been okay. It came to only Leeds Bros. Thankfully, since we've started this channel, we've never had any anything bad or anyone blocked or anything like that, so it's all good. Cheers for the heads up. Danny says I'm 24 stone and pure fat and I can move quicker than Gilla Folky. Oh, you're mad, Danny, you're mad. James the Boy came on for a few minutes. Look good. Daniel Fark might have to use the young guns, especially if we get injuries. Fingers crossed, we stay injury free, and that's it. Especially the centre half position. Dylan was the position that we talked about a lot in the January window. That we probably needed one there just to shore things up a little bit. But yeah, look, there's no reason why the Boy can't do it and give him an opportunity. I definitely wouldn't be writing him off yet, anyway, because we haven't seen him enough to to kind of comment on him, have we? Watford were shockingly poor against Sunderland, and they are a team that play as individuals. Yeah, I'm fully expecting to beat Watford. Why should Millwall be kicked out of the league? Because they're scum of the earth. You want to say something there, Dilo?
Straight off the bat. Whatever. The pure scum of the earth, Lorraine. That's Darren hit the nail on the head there. Fans, not all fans, but certain individuals have just completely lost the run of themselves and
kicked out of the league. Like, that's a bit extreme, like, to be kicked out of the league and stuff like that. But they definitely deserve some sort of punishment anyway, even if
it is penalised.
Yeah, even if it is the return fixture at Ellen Road, I don't think she'll be bringing fans, because you know exactly when they come to Ellen Road in a couple of weeks' time, the same thing's going to happen again. So I would just take that over and just don't give them an allocation for the league game for me. You want to say something there, Dilo?
No, I don't want to add on that anymore, because I'll end up losing the head completely.
Feeling positive, lads. You're right. We do need a win. The lads should be feeling confident in the league. Dan James as well up for their fight, especially after the disappointment of last year. Yeah, exactly. I think we should be beating Watford, buddy. I'm confident that we will beat them. Dillo, are you?
I'm nervous. I am very nervous about Watford. I don't know why. It's the Dylan Spidey senses acting up again.
Danny says here, Joseph was about 3 years away from being anywhere near the end product. Yeah, I agree with you, buddy. Probably 2 or 3 years away from that. 100%. He's very, very young. He's very, very young. He still has a long way to go before he hits his prime. Got the weight of the world on his shoulders. Just needs to be allowed to play and enjoy his football, and that's it. At that young age, you just need to be able to just play, don't you? I love Joseph. Just don't want him to end like the Joe Gallagher. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I agree. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I definitely think there's a player in there, and Joseph, though, Dylan, isn't. I think it will come good.
Yeah,
I think it will come
please
good.
God, I hope so.
Danny says Joseph hold the play is good. Look like maybe Elephant trying to hold the ball up yesterday. Yeah, yesterday probably was off. Danny, I agree with you. Yeah, but he's usually generally, Dylan, his hold up play and his run on the channels usually is good. But yesterday, I thought
and his
hopping
press,
off him a bit.
His press is usually on point. And that's something that we've touched on an awful lot. When it is that sort of game where a team is playing the low block, frustrating us, and to try and catch us on the counter, and they go up and they score and blah blah blah. But Joseph does give you that kind of run, wears the defence down, doesn't get enough credit for it, because then when my man super duper Joel Pirro comes on, scores a great goal, it seems all eyes do go on Pirro. So when Joseph is on it, I just don't think that he gets the credit that he deserves. As I said, when it's them teams playing the low block, that's the vibe I get anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Matty Joseph will come good next year. I would send him out on loan to get his confidence back up. Young lad, he's learning all the time. I like Matty Joseph, still have faith in him. Yeah, me too. And I think, especially Paul, when we go to the Premier League, it's probably one of them where we weigh up our options, see how he gets on initially. And then if it's not quite working, then probably the best thing then to send him out long. I wouldn't be getting rid of him, because I do think there's a good player in there. I wouldn't be throwing the cards in on him. Yeah, agreed. DJ and Solomon are doing the business and should be starting, but it doesn't detract from Joseph, Ramazani and Nanto. I just don't think they're doing enough. Easy. Do you, brother? Let us know. Look, again, it's all about opinions. I just don't think they're doing enough to warrant getting into this team just yet. Pirro was meant to have had a knock, but he brought him on. I seen that as well, Danny. Yeah, it was like, Jesus. Exactly. The Rodrigo one against Accrington Stanley, that was wild from Fark. If he is carrying a knock, to bring him on in an FA Cup game, our top goal scorer, 18 G&A, that is wild. Wild to be doing that, isn't it? Wild to be doing that. Lorraine's here, but Lee's never chanted anything before about Man U or anything, have they? It's in the past, Wayne, Lorraine, as far as I know, and as far as what I've seen, is that it's all done and dusted. There's always a minority that will do it, exactly like there was yesterday. A minority. Look, I think the Millwall thing, lads, it's not up to us to be sorting out. Again, it's just our opinion and probably most Leeds fans' opinion that was disgusting. So yeah, I think we'll just leave it at that. We won't touch on that anymore. Just an opinion. Jam says, yeah, agree, Danny. He couldn't trap a bag of cement yesterday. You did say that to me, Jam. You did say that to me yesterday, Paul. It's always a roller coaster being a Leeds United fan. Ups and downs. They always have us hanging our finger. Always have us by our fingernails, and we are 100 years old. Just look at me. I am ancient.
I wouldn't say that.
I feel it as well, Paul. I wouldn't say that either.
I can feel it. Can't get up out of bed in the morning. God love me.
Lads, what we will do for the last 10 minutes, we'll pop the link in the chat. So if you do fancy coming on for a little chat 10 minutes before we wrap it on, wrap it up, you're more than welcome to do that. Obviously we'll do the build up for Watford tomorrow. We'll delve a little bit more into Watford, how their season's gone, key players and stuff like that. But against Watford, have we just back to basics, back to the way we were? Obviously Ampadu back in, but probably be 10 changes again, wouldn't it? And seeing all the 4-teamers come back in.
Yeah, we need to just go back to basics going into this one. I feel it's going to be a very frustrating game. I don't know if you're getting that vibe. I'm getting that vibe anyway.
Just midweek away, isn't it?
I think it'll either be a 2-1 game or a solely 1-0. That's the vibe I'm getting.
I'm getting more kind of Coventry vibes off it, to be honest with you. Kind of one of them. I think we'll probably go there. We probably won't get out of second gear, but again, I think it'll be enough to beat them, Dylan. I really do. I just think this team are far superior to most teams in this league. So I think it'd be one of them, Dylan, that kind of Coventry game, we won't have to get out of second gear. Let's just hope we have our shooting boots on this time. We can score a couple of goals. All players have an off game. Let's hope all the off games one match. Yeah, exactly. Woody hope there's no more off games this season. Again, lads, the link is there in the chat. So if you don't want to come on for a little natter before we pop off in the next couple of minutes, you're more than welcome to do so. Easy says, do you realise Burnley have 2 more games? Have to win 2 more games than us. That means we only have to do better than them for the 13 games. Every time we win, our Burnley lose, that number decreases. Exactly, easy. Yeah, that's it. Like, it's, what have we got left to go? Is it 15 games? 15 games left to go. Pretty sure it is.
No idea. No, I think
it is 15 games. There is
Danny.
How are you, pal?
I'm all good.
Good here. How'd you go on at the
game? Just to reply to that, Lorraine, there wasn't just chanting it in the ground, there was chanting it on the way to the ground as well.
Disgusting, Danny, isn't it? You were at the game, obviously. You see, I heard a little bit when I was doing the watch along yesterday, Danny, and I was just like, I ain't even going to comment on it, like, but that bad, yeah?
Yeah.
Not nice at all, is it?
No.
There's just no, and even if Leeds fan, I know she mentioned there about like chanting about Man U and Munich and stuff like that. I still disagree with it. Tragedy chanting, it's no place. I'm all up for a bit of crack and a bit of banter and slagging and stuff like that. But comes to tragedies, Danny, there's no need for it, is there? No room for it in football.
I hate it when our own fans think about Jimmy Savile.
Disgusting. Think of all them kids and all that, yeah. I don't know. Disgusting. I agree with you. Anyway, the game, Danny, you were obviously there, you were in the ground. What did you think?
This is going to be good, isn't it?
By the way, you're never allowed to go again. Do you know that? You're a jinx.
That's what Matty said to me earlier. Said, don't you ever go to a game again, you'll lose. For me, the 10 changes wasn't needed. But with the team that we had out, we should have still beaten them.
Yeah.
If that team that we had out yesterday had been playing all season, we'd have won that.
We think so. And I bigged them up before the game, Danny. Probably a little bit too much, and I ate my words, because I was saying before the game, I was like, that Leeds team that are starting today would probably get into the rest of the championship teams. Like, they would bite your hand off for the team like that. But the way they performed yesterday, I was left ruined and eat me words big time. Just none of them. They were just below level, weren't they, yesterday? Maybe one of them.
Yeah.
By young Sam Chambers.
I knew within the first 10 minutes how it was going to go.
Yeah. You just know, don't you? You just
It
know.
just seemed very laxy daisy at times, Danny, did it? I like it was it dead around Ellen Road, like say
For
40
me,
minutes in.
it looked like a glorified training session.
Yeah, it felt
It's a
like
good way
that,
of putting
didn't
it.
it?
That's a very
Felt
good
like
way of putting it.
Definitely did. It felt like that, Danny, didn't it? It felt like that at times. I agree with you.
That's what I was saying though,
Jam
and Darren, I was listening to when
said,
I was listening to you on the watch along and I was in work, I just felt dead. You know, at times like when you were commenting on it, I was kinda saying, is that all you're
Jam,
giving? But there
favourite
wasn't a whole lot
biscuit.
you could give, if that makes sense.
Holland, there's a very, very important question that's been put in the chat here that we need to
Here we
discuss.
go.
Jam says, should we ask Danny his favourite biscuit? That's where the chat went watching yesterday's game. It did, Danny. You missed it. You would have absolutely loved it. So, yeah, towards the end of the game where we just wasn't arsed anymore, we just started talking about biscuits. So, big question, Danny. What
Yes,
is
well,
your favourite
lads,
biscuit?
everyone get their comments in. What is your favourite biscuit? Because Jamie needs to know this.
It's a chocolate hobnob.
Going straight in my basket. Like them as well.
Oh.
I like them as well. Danny, what's them? Do you know, I was trying to tell the boys yesterday, you know them sailor biscuits? It's definitely not the name for them, but you know the ones that they're like a biscuit, but they're like chocolate on the outside. I don't know what the name of them is, but I call them sailor biscuits. They have like a little boat on them with a chocolate, like. I don't know what the name is.
You want about like the malted milk with chocolate on?
Yes, yeah, them ones. They're all different names, aren't they? Because there's all different kind of makes them and all. But yeah, them like, and then a bourbon. A bourbon's just a solid biscuit for a cup of tea.
Yeah, bourbon are banging as well. To be fair.
A penguin chocolate bar is actually a bourbon biscuit.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you melt the chocolate off of the penguin in the microwave, it says bourbon underneath.
I'm going in to suck the life out of a penguin bar now, Danny.
And this is what only Leeds Bros brings to the table. You've heard it here first. A penguin bar is a bourbon. I can't wait to get out and say that to my missus.
And you know the chocolate bar, the flake. If you try and melt that in microwave, it won't melt.
Why?
It just won't melt.
What?
Daddy, you're gonna have me up to all hours here now.
See, this is what, as I said, this is what brings us back. We talk about we do food content, we do football, and then we also do a bit of science as well on the side. That's where it comes into play. That's madness.
Look here, we can't talk about that game anymore, so we will talk about biscuits. Easy says here, I can't wait for the game against our traditional rivals, so the so-called Big Six. We don't have any big games in this league. Yeah, we agree. I can't wait to get back to the actual big games, playing your scrums and stuff like that. Jam loves it. He loves it how biscuit chat he does. Yeah, that's Amy's calling them sailor biscuits as well, but I don't know the name of them. It's definitely not the actual name of them, though, is it? Mine is cookies or custard cream. Custard cream is a solid biscuit as well, isn't it?
I can't stand custard creams.
Don't like them, Danny,
Look,
no?
I do like them, but they wouldn't be my favourite. Like if if I went around to someone's house and needed a cup of tea, do you want a biscuit? What do we got? Custard? Oh, look, it'll do. I'm not 100% in, but I'm not 100% out either. You know.
Well,
I like a good Garibaldi.
what's they? What are they?
It's like a biscuit with raisins and sultanas in it, a long flat biscuit.
No, dirt.
Never had one.
Fruit.
Dylan doesn't do fruit. Dylan definitely doesn't.
No, I do. I like fruit. I just don't like
milk chocolate.
If I want a fruit,
Milk
just I get a banana or an orange or an apple.
Andy says caramel chocolate digestive. Oh, they are nice as well. I do like them as well.
I'll tell you what are nice as well, if you can get them in Ireland, the digestive gold.
Yeah.
Can we get them, Dylan?
Yeah, you can get them in Mr. Price.
Can you, Mr.
Yeah.
Price?
Tops. I know the ones that you're on about. They are lovely. Here, do you know what's man? I got just a random little story. Went to the cinema and went to Mr. Price, obviously, for the cheap goods, you know yourself. Got a full packet of them and every single one. And that's the reason why I'm the size I am today. True story.
Jam says, I live in Wales, lads. Have no idea what a sailor biscuit is. And they're called butter biscuits. That's what they're called, Danny. Butter biscuits. You know them ones with the chocolate? I think you get them in white chocolate and then dark chocolate as well.
White chocolate are a game changer.
Game changer. I've never had them.
It takes, like, the normal ones are there. The white ones just give you that bit. I'm about to go a bit over the top here, you know.
Yeah.
You need the full box, like.
Aren't hobnobs like €5 in Ireland? They're ridiculous. Yeah.
I actually think they're $8.99. I'm not mistaken.
Mental money.
That's like what is it over here? Isn't it that margarine that people they put alarms on over here so you can't nick it?
No, they don't, do they? Oh, that's mental. Sorry, Jam says here, brilliant, Danny. You have so many questions about the flake not melting in the microwave. I'm going to have to try that. Danny, my wife is going to think I'm mental.
That's the first thing I'm doing now when I go downstairs.
It doesn't melt.
That is mad. It has to melt, Danny. Toffee pops.
Toffee pops.
Like
Ooh.
toffee pops as well. Emma Fitzsimon says, I take the draw on Tuesday because record in London is poor.
Yeah.
It is poor down there. If you like a lot of chocolate or biscuit, join our club. Love that, Wayne. Let us know what your favourite one is, buddy. Blue ribbons are nice.
What are they?
Ginger nuts. Ginger nuts are nice as well. Do you know what? I like ginger nuts, right, but I don't like dipping them in me tea. I don't know what it is. I don't get the same sort of...
I like ginger nuts, but they don't like me. They give me heartburn.
I do. I love them, Danny, but I don't know what it is. I don't dip them in my tea. 100% don't do that. I was in work there, right, 2 weeks ago, and we obviously look in work like 3 or 4 lads. We always get this big box of biscuits delivered, right? So we're all sitting around having a cup of tea at break time at like 10:30. One of the lads wanted a biscuit but didn't want a cup of tea, so he turned around and goes to me, "Mind if I dip me biscuit in your tea?" Like, proper serious. Like, I was just like, "Of course you can." How about it all? Of course you can. I have a brother.
If he came near me, I would have thrown a cup of tea at him. I swear to God. On that medicine. So you can go back to that other comment. Andy.
Which one? Sorry, Andy.
Don't tell me how to switch the microphone. Is that it, Danny? Is that it?
Danny, I swear, I'm going to record this.
You can stick the microwave on for 10 minutes on full blast. It won't melt.
We blow
Why is
up.
that, Danny?
It can't be good if it's not melted, Danny. The microwave probably blow up.
That is not good, eh?
You know what I mean? It's like cooking your steak, innit, in a toaster.
I actually have heard of people doing that, which is mental. Dr. Cost says you don't like them, Danny Talk Sports. It's only because you're creaming yourself.
I've never liked custard cream.
Jody says tonight and only Leeds Bros is rate your biscuits. Yeah, it's just the only thing. We can't keep talking about that Millwall game, can we? Sainsbury's salted caramel cookies.
I was in Sainsbury's today.
Don't like
Insane.
salt.
Yes, we don't have you don't like salt. We don't have Sainsbury's down here in the south, so yeah, it's very close to Dylan's. Dylan was up there. Sorry, lads, it's meant to be a late chat. Apologies, chat. No, don't be sorry at all. We're going to get off the pressing game that was yesterday, lads and lassies. Lurpak.
Lurpak, that's it. You have to Lurpak mad butter in England. They have to stick them in boxes with alarms on them because people try nicking them. They're about £6 a tub.
That is mental, isn't it? Put alarms on butter, like. I like Jaffa cakes. Jaffa cakes are solid. Don't dip them in the tea though. I do like Jaffa cakes.
Is Jaffa cake a cake or is it a biscuit?
Don't know. Just because you tell me it's a cake, Danny, I'll say it's a cake. Why? What would you say it is?
Me, I say it's a biscuit, but people say it's a cake.
I'll tell you what I think it is. It's absolutely unbelievable. That's what it is.
I thought you were going to say that.
It's a biscuit. I'd eat a full box of them.
I don't dip them in the tea though, the use lads. I don't know.
No.
Just the jammy bit hitting your tea now is a bit. I think like a goat biscuit that goes into your tea that tastes nicer. I think that's when you know they're good. Fox's jam creams for me, lads. Easy finish off a full packet in 10 minutes. Just have to control the 2 biscuits at night. Sean Healy does his steaks in a toaster. Does he actually?
He probably does.
I'm surprised he's not in the chat here. He'd come up with some wild biscuit, Dylan, 100%, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Amy's saying biscuit to you, Danny. She's saying it's a biscuit. You have to remortgage your house buying a Lurpak in Wales. That's mad. Yeah. Is it nice, that butter? Must be unreal, is it?
And butter to me, you know what I mean? As long as it goes on your bread and you can make a sandwich, it don't bother me. But
Danny's a man after my own heart, doing the same as that. For me, the perfect biscuit is dipping in coffee, malted milk biscuits. In coffee, I've never actually dipped biscuits in coffee, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that. Jaffa cakes have officially been a class as a cake, have they?
I know Jody for a fact. Is that the Google on that? Definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Andy says here there'll be plenty of Amazon replacement shoppings, proving Danny's theory wrong Monday morning.
That's brilliant.
We will be, Danny. We will be. What kind of biscuits are Mellier's wrists made of? I'm a Meslier fan though. If Mellier's wrists were biscuits, what would they be? What biscuits break?
Digestive. As soon as you drop it, it just cracks in half.
No, they're rich tea out the way. You just dip it in your tea and it disappears.
Just goes floppy.
Yeah,
Dr. Cox says Kerrygold
oh, that's
the
all I
best.
use.
But the one that's
Kerrygold's
in, not in the tub, it's in like the foil.
The
The one that's
Yeah.
in the foil.
It's
Yeah,
just, I
the
don't
one that's
use
in
it.
the foil.
I know I use the spreadable one. It's not as good, but I know what you're saying there, not foil. Lads, what is this going on? We're talking about bit now, we're talking about butter. What's going on here?
We enjoyed it.
I actually do. I agree with Andy. I'm waiting for Sean to jump in here and just.
Sean Healy has to take Sean will
blow the
jump in
roof.
here and wreck this whole thing. He'll come in with something wild. Rich tea biscuits, Rich are the only one to dunk in them. Yeah, but I like chocolate as well. I have to say. Margarine was originally invented for greasing train engines. Was it?
Yep.
Must try a bit of margarine on my knees then. My knees are gone. Danny, actually, we'll pull it back to Leeds for a little bit before we wrap up and before we go. We've done over an hour there. Watford on Tuesday. Tough one for you. And are you confident we get the win?
Yeah, I think we win 2-1. We'll take the lead. They'll equalise and we'll get a late winner.
Love your confidence, Danny. Love your confidence. Love it. When's the next time we're going back to Ellen Road?
After that result, I don't think I should go back now.
I was about to say, I hope you say never. When was the last time you were there? You were saying that you weren't there in a while, weren't you?
Last time I was there when we was losing 3-0 at half time at Bournemouth.
That's when we won 4-3, wasn't it? That was Somerville, wasn't it? Didn't Somerville get the
Yeah,
win?
and I left at half time because we were getting beat 3-0.
Danny. You can't do that. We'd never leave.
Yeah,
Ellen Road. Not a chance.
you know, so I left and we scored 4.
Why didn't you do that yesterday, Danny? Should have
I
left
was thinking
yesterday, huh? No, you can't do that. We can't do that. Crumbs. Damn, I'm near the M&A biscuit as well.
No.
I don't know what biscuit there. I was just waiting for Sean to just come up something mad there, right? You see?
John said I was bored yesterday, Amy. I asked the lads in yesterday's stream, but will we beat Watford? No. But we will beat Watford, no problem. It is, Danny, you want to see it before. Obviously, you're usually in our watch-alongs. It just got that bad towards the end. We just started talking about biscuits as well. We were just like, we can't even speak about the match anymore.
That's what Jamie's job is now on when, again, those come, what is the next topic at hand?
When this stream finishes, I've got a funny feeling Darren's going to go get a penguin, lick hot chocolate off it, see if it says Bourbon, and Dylan's going to be sticking flake at microwave.
And we're going to go, he's after getting us. The flake is going to melt, and I'm going to go, that's not a bourbon biscuit. Like Danny's out there doing us dirty here.
Wait, Danny there.
Look,
Here he is. He's in.
He was been tipping knobs.
He's been dipping knobs and ginger ale. Come on, Sean. We've been waiting for you here, waiting for you to come back in. Give us what's your favourite biscuit? He's going to come out with something wild, isn't he?
Yeah, something
Yeah, Molly's cookies with a cup of, Sam's is Molly's cookies. Danny, my little lad, he loves them. He'd go to a packet of, the little small little cookies. Absolutely loves them to bits. Yeah, don't encourage me, Dillo. What, buddy?
How is Sam, my little friend? Is he alright?
He's good. He's actually really good for the first time in ages, Danny. Thank God, he's good. He's flying, kicking ball and all now again. So, all good. So,
And I've actually something to tell you, to be honest with you.
What?
Just while we're on live, I might as well just break it to the world. There was one time Sam got up in the morning and I brought him down to go to the toilet, and we raided the press net a full packet of them Molly biscuits.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
And I was like, don't tell you that. Come on.
Danny, Sam has him wrapped. See, like that, he'll sneak downstairs and Sam just gives Dylan the puppy eyes, and then Dylan just gives in to him straight away. Like the other morning, he went down, he's eating chocolate at like 8:30 in the morning. I'm like, Dylan, what are you doing? Like, why are you giving him chocolate for 8:30? Because he wanted it. He just like, I'm giving a kid a chocolate 8:30 in the morning. Like,
you know what? The more you give, the quieter life you get.
Yeah,
That's true.
True too. But he gets hyper, and you give him too much chocolate, and then he gets sugar overload. It's just like a head cake.
That's when I go. We're down. I have to go home. I'll see you later, but
Yeah, that's yeah. You make them all hyper, and then you leave, and then we have to try and sort them out and calm them down before bed. Jam says, "Don't encourage me, Dillo. I've got a vast amount of other questions to ask." That's what we're doing now, Jam. Your responsibility is, Jam, when there's a bit of negativity going on in the chat, or after losing the game, won't even speak about the match. You just pop in with one of your worst questions.
Let's just say this: it'll be an absolute wild game. Absolutely depressed. Two of us wanting to punch the telly through. Jam will just come in with the most randomest question ever and just completely flip the switch. Just get a topic going straight away.
Love it. Sean says, I love Kimberley biscuits. I do like them as well. Or if it's a chocolate, it's a classic chocolate biscuit. And do you dip them in your tea, Sean? Yeah, it's not if you dip them in the old tea. Jam loves it. And he says here, retraction, I thought literally Sean quoted this steak in the toaster. It was Dr. Cox who said it. Apologies, Sean. Yeah, that's mad. Have you tried that, Danny? Steak in the toaster?
Me, no.
I wouldn't
I've tried it off the iron, though. I ain't tried it off the toaster. I've tried it off the iron.
Did it straighten it out?
What's that El Grown Ups? You ever see El Grown Ups? He's like, you can't cook that stuff in there. He's out putting it on the fly swatter. He's putting the bacon across, the electric things that kills the flies.
Oh, yeah.
He's putting the bacon across and cooking off that. Right here. This is meant to be Leeds United content, lads. What's going on?
Here's one here. Amy actually has a good one, right? This is the last one before we go, right? Do you drink soup or eat soup, Danny?
Neither, because I don't like it.
Don't eat any soup at all?
I love soup.
No.
Yeah, I love soup as well.
I love
I
soup.
would have to say, right?
To say chicken soup, right? If you look at it, see how many pieces of chicken you actually find in it.
Yeah.
If you look at it, find it.
Yeah, true, actually. Yeah. I would say, right, it depends, right, what the consistency of the soup is. If it's like obviously lumpy and that, like, like a lumpy kind of soup, or what's that soup that has the veg that's like not blended in it? Minestrone soup. Like, you definitely have to eat minestrone soup, like you're chewing that. I think if you have to chew something that's eating it, is it?
No, not necessarily. I find if you have it in a cup, you'll be drinking it. If you have it in a bowl, you're eating it.
Well, it don't matter with soup, is it? You can have it in a cup or a bowl anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. But my
what if you do an egg in a cup?
It's an
egg cup.
Yeah, but are you drinking the egg then?
Do you know you can actually do?
Good night.
Dylan's mind is like, you know that hangover mean? You know your man all hangover with all them numbers going around.
All the numbers, the equations, and all going 90.
You can actually do a poached egg in a cup.
Yeah. Amy does do that, yeah. Amy done that for me
in a microwave.
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm just the old standard, like, just fry the egg or scrambled egg. I just couldn't be into all that messing and poached and all
I don't like scrambled egg. It looks like something like a dog's thrown up.
Sam say I would say you'd eat it personally. Yeah, me too. I would say you would eat soup 100%. Who sticks steak in a toaster? So my head case, Dr. Cox does it anyway, by the sound of it. I'd eat 2 at a time, maybe. Yeah. This just got strange. I'd say drink. I wouldn't say drink soup. No way. Make your own soup. Definitely make your own soup. Much better. Does Danny eat veg? Do you eat veg, Danny?
My favourite soup when I was growing up was oxtail.
I like oxtail as well. I do like an oxtail soup as well. I do have to agree with you there, Danny. We do. Veg can be blended into a soup. This has just got mad. Lads, look at. I think we leave it there. Danny, any final words before we wrap it up, pal?
Yeah, we're going up in second place.
Second?
I said second all season.
You have, buddy, yeah. Who do you think wins it? Sheffield United?
Yeah, and they beat us by a point.
You're there first, folks.
Yeah. I don't actually care. I want to win the title, but I actually don't care. Danny, I agree with you. Once we get up and get out of this league, I don't really care. 100%. Just get out of it. Yeah, I love oxtail soup and Scotch broth. I said that real Polish there. Scotch broth. Danny, I won't sleep now that you've said that. Yeah. Lads, look, I think we'll leave it there. Thanks, mate. Wait. Give Peace Soup a chance.
I had that the other day.
Peace Soup.
I was playing football against Gull Town, which is semi-professional. We went into the pub afterwards, and all we had on was pea soup. Right thick. It's like mushy peas, but...
Dillo, you love this one. Dylan loves chicken noodle soup.
Sean.
That's your favourite. Do you know what soup I actually don't like? And if anyone in the chat even turned around and says they do that, it's mushroom soup.
Unbelievable.
I love mushrooms. I can sit and eat mushrooms straight out of packet.
No, man, yes. Third.
Kind of. No. I don't mind
don't like
mushrooms.
mushrooms.
Look at you said, Danny. I like fried mushrooms and apple mushroom soup.
I don't like mushrooms at all.
Like tomato. If you look at tomato soup, if you look at tomato soup on the tin, there's exactly about 4% tomato in it.
Yeah, I'd say so. I wouldn't say there's that else in it. But yeah, mushroom soup for me.
Tomato
is
soup
a
now.
no.
If I was have to have tomato soup, heartburn for the week.
Lentil soup is nice as well.
Lentil soup. Actually, yeah, I've had that before.
Well, last one,
Had
lads,
that
before I go,
in
sweet potato.
Soup.
Yeah, tops.
Nah.
Unbelievable.
Nah. Feeling positive, going up hopefully as champions, but we'll take second spot. Yeah, me too. That's magic mushroom, yeah. And you sitting there eating magic mushrooms out of the packet.
That's right.
Lads, look, we leave it there. Thanks very much, Danny, for popping on. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and thanks very much for everyone in the chat. Please, on your way out, don't forget to slap a like on the video and hit subscribe to Only Leeds Bros. Myself and Dylan will be back tomorrow for your match build-up ahead of Watford. So we'll probably back about 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Thanks very much. Have a good night. Mind yourselves and mind each other. See you later.